chilling in the ICEBOX. We got a lot to say. We're chilling in the ICEBOX. We're talking about Wodapalooza today.
Hey,
What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing? Welcome back to our show.
life is Gucci. Been a minute. I feel like you know what else we forgot to say last time we recorded was first podcast of the new year. We officially put out like 20 episodes in 2022. Really cool.
Wow, that went by fast.
Yeah.
Did go by fast. The whole year went by fast.
Yeah, it did.
Should we just get into our 10-6?
Yeah. Do you know what yours is?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, you go first.
So my 10-6 is actually scary because it's just scary. So we were driving back yesterday from Vegas and there was like a super big like snowstorm coming through. And we, long story short, just like freaking sliding all over the freeway. Like I'm
Hydroplane.
talking, yeah, just like I was
Wow.
like, so Dennis was driving and I was like trying to stay calm because I'm the most, best person in these situations. But like he handled it so good. Like I couldn't have asked for him to
Yeah.
handle it better because he handled it so good. And like when you're like hydroplaning, you're not supposed to like slam on the brakes. Because it like makes it worse. And like that's how you like
Yeah.
lose control.
Yeah.
So like all I could say, like it feels like forever when you're in that moment, but it's really not. So like all I could say was, don't slam on the brakes, don't slam on, and I'm like trying to like, like say it calm, like and not like
Yeah.
scream it at him and like freak him out. And he handled it so good, but like, oh my gosh, like after that, I was like, I just want to get home. Like I don't
Oh,
want to face
yeah.
my
That's just like
fears. Like,
so much adrenaline.
it was bad. And I was like, just not, it was
Was the streets busy?
so that was the other thing. When it's happening, I'm like looking around because we're like clearly going into another lane
Yeah.
and we can't stop it. So it's
Yeah.
like you just going into this lane. So we're like going into the lane and like for some like God's blessings, there was nobody next to us.
Yeah.
But the car that like sped past us, like but literally right before this happened, spun out and like hit the median. Like we passed them. Like once we got like control of our car, we
Whoa.
like kept going and they
Whoa.
were like spun like facing the other way up against the median. Their front was all like jacked up because they like slammed into the median. And we
Wow.
saw another car on the other side and I was like, oh my gosh. Like immediately you're like, that could have been us. Like that could have been us. Like how
We did
scary
this
and
thing when we were in high school. My sister Valerie and I did this thing called driver's edge. Have you ever heard of that?
no.
It's like this thing where it was at the speedway and we would go with like race car drivers and they would pour a bunch of water out and like make us hydroplane so that we could like feel what it's like and like learn how to correct
Really?
it.
Oh, that's so good though. That is so
Yeah.
good. I'm so
It
happy you did
was
that.
so
Okay.
cool. Yeah, it was really cool. I think
How was
Valerie
it?
went twice and I went one time. It was
Did
fun.
you love it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
my
it was
dad,
really useful. Like it was stuff that I like once you feel it and you kind of have a use for it, like I've been that like on the freeway driving and hydroplaning. I mean, you know, the type of cars I've been driving with clutches
yeah.
that don't fucking work. Like,
Well, I was gonna say when I drove like stick, that used to happen to me like a lot because you just gas it sometimes and like so
yeah,
you're all
it's
like especially
easy. It's
like
easy to do. And I will say that it was a little bit bad at driver's edge because then after that, I like knew how to spin out.
yeah.
And so I would like spin my bug. I drove this Volkswagen Bug stick shift at the
Oh,
time. I hated it. It was like so girly. It was like not me. I was like all goth, you know, trying to be. And this
so it
bright
wasn't a
blue.
black bug.
It was bright blue. And I used to like kind of beat it up because I was like mad at it for being so girly. And I would like spin out around corners and stuff. And I was like, knew what I was doing because of driver's edge.
Oh my
So it
God.
was good and bad.
My dad would like make us so that like he would teach us like how to drive and he'd be like we would go like parking lots in like the middle, not the middle of the night, but like it would be like late. So there's like no other cars. And he'd be like, go as fast as you can, like floor it. And then he'd be like, slam on the brake, but like not tell us he was going to tell us that.
Yeah.
And so like when you slam on the brake, they lock and then like
Yeah.
your steering wheel goes like that,
Yeah.
right? Well, if you've never felt that, it's
Yeah.
like a scary thing to feel. But he would do that to us all the time. And then he would be like, okay, I want you to like, it would be like wet. And he'd be like, spin the wheel like this. Okay, what are you going to do? Like, tell us. And then he'd be like, don't ever like step on the gas or the brake when you do the, like, if you're sliding, just kind of like let it like go. Don't try to like
Yeah.
yank the steering wheel or whatever. It was
Yeah.
just, I'm so happy he like taught me that, but also it's still fucking scares me. Like,
I know that would be scary on the road too, with like Arya in the car and everything.
yeah.
Like, yeah,
Well, then he like just handled it so good and he was so calm about it that I was like, I would have been like, I'm getting off and we're gonna sit here until the snow melts, which is like in April.
yeah,
Or until my dad comes and picks me up because we're not going anywhere. Like, I'm not driving. Dennis, you're driving. Like, I cannot handle this. Like, but he just like handled it so good. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like we were completely like just drifting on
yep,
the freeway and like in the other lane and just so happy that nobody was next to us
yeah,
and that we weren't close to the median because that could have been bad too.
yeah. Wow,
Yeah, that was my 10
wow,
secs.
very intense.
Life flashed before my eyes.
Okay, my 10 secs is I'm going to give my nutrition week update from the challenge. Those of you who don't know, we're doing the nutrition challenge right now. And if you regret joining it, wait, no, if you regret not joining
Not
it,
20. Yeah.
then don't worry, we'll do it again in the future. So, but my update, because I've been kind of doing it, even though I fucking hate tracking. And I wanted to say first, my goal was to eat breakfast. That's not happening. It's just not going to happen. So it's
Some
fine.
people just don't like breakfast. It's
I'm
okay.
just not going to eat breakfast. It's okay. I would rather
Yeah.
eat 2 giant meals. So that's fine. But so I had to get a new goal, obviously, because I failed at that one. And so I've successfully cut out my breakfast dessert. I'm now strictly dinner dessert. And I feel good about that.
Um, is fruit still a dessert?
No, no, fruit happens. Yeah. I said fruit
Okay.
is the new breakfast dessert. Usually.
Okay.
If I
Okay.
sometimes I don't even want it because I'm like deconditioned. Like I know it was a little bit mental. Like I just fucking want a truffle. Like I'll take any excuse to eat a truffle.
Yeah.
And if I just like
Yeah.
if I can shut it off, that's like it's not an option. Then sometimes I want fruit and I'll have that, and sometimes I don't. I move on with my life. I do the dishes.
That's big. Good. So only dinner dessert. All
Dishes
right.
are yep. And now have I sometimes had 2 truffles for dinner dessert? Yeah.
Well,
Does
we
that
didn't
defeat the
say
purpose?
how many dinner desserts. We just said
It
no
does defeat
breakfast
the
dessert.
purpose a little bit, but that's only happened like one time. So we're doing
Here
pretty
we
good.
are.
Yeah. And it's also been
Good.
really cool that like now that I like have been entering stuff, which I never ever track anything. I'm only doing it because we're making everybody else do it for the challenge. And it has been really cool to see that like everything I eat works out to be like almost perfect. Like if I couldn't get it better if I tried.
Would you say that you're like, I see a lot of people like advertise for this on social media and it kind of actually drives me nuts. But would you say you're
I
like
know
an
what you're gonna say, intuitive
intuitive?
eating.
Yeah.
I mean, like kind of yes and no. Like intuitive eating is like any other kind of diet trend. And I feel like that one could get out of hand real quick because I could feel
Dude,
like I should eat.
intuitively. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes I feel
Yeah.
hungry.
Like I'm saying,
It's
like
also
I
I'm bored.
want breakfast, dessert breakfast. I want that. So I have to
Yeah.
actively fight against that intuition.
I
But
actually was just talking about this with one of my clients, about how like that could get very like messy and like the
yeah,
whole like and like I said, like for somebody like you who's been like tracking, you've tracked before. Like
yeah,
this isn't like your
yeah,
first time tracking. So you like tracked before. But like somebody who has been tracking for a long time, like you, like me, we could intuitively go to a restaurant and know that
yeah,
this is X amount of chicken
yeah.
ounces or whatever. This is like a cup of pasta. Like this is, and we would know. But somebody who's like super new to like tracking and not knowing exactly how much they're eating,
Yeah.
intuitively eating is
But I
might not
also
work for
think
them.
like the true, like the actual definition or like what maybe like the purest form of intuitive eating is somewhat in like Aria, who eats exactly what she wants and only what she wants. In fact, I feel like these are the girls who have healthy relationships with food or the girls who eat like this. And
Mhm.
guys too, I guess, but I do think it's a little bit different. And I'm a girl, so I'm talking about girls. But like the girls who can just eat what they want and then they're not craving things. So it's like, but then the other side of that is like, well, you can say, well, what I want is just pasta and this, that, and the other thing. And like,
Yeah.
what I want is vegetables. Like,
But
I want
like also Arya intuitively wants rice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if I was if I was intuitively giving her what she wants,
yeah,
that's rice is not going to cut it. Like, sis, you need protein, you need some veggies in there. And like she just said, like my daughter's just picky, like partly because she was allergic to a lot of stuff like from early on. So like we had to like kind of cater to that type of diet. But also like in the sense of like intuitively eating. She wants what she wants, and I have to like sometimes draw the line and like sneak in some like
Right.
vegetables and some like applesauce, like puree it and like be
Right.
like, oh, this
And
is
that's fair.
applesauce.
And
Like,
like one of the best things I've ever done for myself as an eater is force myself to eat the things that I don't like, because there's no reason to not like food. There is like, unless you have
yeah.
like an allergy or something, like I really can't stand it when people say they don't like things, because it's like, well, you are a child.
Hmm.
Like you need to grow up and
Yeah.
like that thing. And also it's like you're missing out on something cool. Like people are eating this and loving it. Like you
Yeah.
can get there too. But I also think that like um yeah, there's like you have to sneak in some healthy stuff for Arya, but she could have a whole ass cupcake in front of her, and when she's done, she's done.
She's done. That was the next thing I was gonna say, because we went out to eat, and when she was done with her ice cream, she was done with her. Like she did
Yeah.
not. Whereas I was like, "Are you done?"
Yeah.
Because I'm still gonna eat. This is
Yeah.
I'm intuitively wanting this ice cream right now, even though you're
Yeah.
done, and I probably should be done too. But yeah, she and like same thing with like cookies. Like if my mom like made cookies, and I'm like, there's no like I will stuff myself
Yeah.
with the cookie. Like I'm not saying no.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. So,
and so like that in that situation, yes, she does. She knows
and so
when
I
to
think like,
stop.
yeah. And I do think that kind of a thing, like you can eat absolute horse shit, but you can also like intuitively like be in touch with your body and know when you're full and know when to stop. And that's kind of what I've been experiencing with eliminating my breakfast dessert, is like, that's not anything I needed. Like I eat giant meals. Like I had a whole ass giant bowl. There's no
Yeah.
room in my stomach. Like it's a tiny truffle. I just want something sweet. Like I don't need it. And now that I'm not like making it an option in a sense, like I feel full when I'm done. It's like I move on with my life. Feels good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Good. I
join the
love that.
nutrition challenge, people. You can always learn something. Anyway,
We'll be
so
doing it again, and the people love it. And I think that they're learning a whole bunch, in my opinion. I mean, for
oh
the
my
feedback
God,
that I've gotten, like they are learning a lot. And I will say week one, there's such a good like success, like weight wise, learning wise,
totally.
eating wise, just like and the challenges that they've been um doing. It's been such a good like success. And I'm blown away at like the amount of
Yeah,
participation, I guess you
totally.
say.
Yeah.
Like
They love
it's
it.
really cool. Yeah.
And we love it too.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
else we love? Tearing apart CrossFit athletes and giving them flowers when they deserve their flowers. So that's what
Yeah.
we're going to do today. We're going to review footage from last weekend's event in Miami, Florida, the 2023 Wodapalooza games. Is that what it's
Yeah.
called?
Yeah, the one that we were at. Just kidding. But they think they named it like the TYR is like TYR Wodapalooza is now
Oh,
like
so
what it's called.
sponsored by TYR?
Hmm. Which is
That's cool.
new because yeah. Okay, I am going to share.
So neither Laura or I have watched this event. This is the final event for teams, which is like the big names, like all the real OG CrossFit girls are in this.
Yeah.
Got Annie, Katrin, Mal O'Brien's kind of
Yeah.
like the new it girl.
Laura
Um,
Horvath.
Laura Horvath, we stan. And who else is on her team?
I'm not sure.
I guess we're
Maybe
about
we
to find
should.
out.
Yeah. Okay. Let me share screen. Sure. Okay. Um, did it did it work? It says it's loading.
It says Coach Laura has started screen sharing, but it doesn't show me the screen that you're sharing yet.
It
Hopefully
says
that
screen.
changes. There we go.
Oh,
Heyo.
wait. Did it work? Okay. Oh, all right. Can you see it?
Yep.
There we go. Okay. Let's press play. Okay. I'm not sure exactly where. So we haven't watched this yet. I'm not sure exactly where I stopped it. I probably start somewhere here.
Okay, yeah, this looks
Um,
like an event is about to start.
then maybe this isn't the final event. Let's see. Team event 4. Oh, results. We don't need the results. All right. Well, I don't know. We'll just watch it.
Yeah, let's just
Box
watch.
jumps. Look, box jumps.
I
Box jumps.
see a bench
Uh,
too.
bench
Okay,
press, maybe? Oh,
starting
here we
with some
go.
pull-ups.
Toes to
Okay,
bar.
okay. Laura Horvath looking crispy.
Yes. Yeah. I like when they use their lats and they don't like kick their feet up. You know what I mean? They do the
Mhm.
like straight leg almost.
Speaking of using their left, fucking Katrin's already like regripping and doing her fancy
Dude,
bullshit.
look at the bend in the knee
Yeah.
when she goes. See?
Yeah, she's like doing that little kick.
Kick. Yeah. Mal kind of looked good though.
Yeah, Mal didn't look bad. I do think
Okay.
that Mal probably has better habits than Katrin.
Um, yeah. Well, I was watching like a training video, like Matt Frazier was like training her and he's like, you treat everything like you would.
Is that
Wait,
Brooke
is that
Wells?
what's
She
her
doesn't
name?
look that good.
That doesn't look like Brooke Wells. Is it?
Oh,
No.
maybe well, I don't know. The connection's a little iffy over here, but okay, these two look good. Who's that?
Okay. I don't know. Her teammate.
Her.
We don't know. Yeah. Her teammate. Somebody we don't know. Okay. Oh, okay. Why does she look
They
really
have to be
skinny?
60.
How do you know? You looked it up?
It just says like the rep count was like out of 60
Oh.
for the toes to bar.
Does Katrin look really small to you?
Her legs look small
Yeah.
compared to the field, but she kind of has always looked
Tiny.
like, yeah, I feel like she has small legs. She was never like a lifter. She was never like good at those events.
Mm-hmm.
It's teams of 3. Where's Annie in all
Yeah.
of this? Annie just doesn't want to do any toes to bar.
I am curious about
Maybe
that.
she's like
Oh, they're
already on.
done. Look at they're done. All right.
Everybody
Box
all at the
jumps.
same time.
Wait,
I
where
think,
is the other
or maybe
one?
it
The
must be
third.
like 2 at a time. I don't know. I don't understand this.
What is this going on here?
Box
You're gonna
jump
take
rower.
yeah, I know, but look at these extra steps. Like that's not efficient.
I want to see
You're
Horvath.
better off.
Did you see
That's not it.
Horvath? She looked good.
Yeah, that's not efficient. Look at her. I mean, she is taller and longer, and so like this,
But that's way
look at her
faster.
go.
I mean,
Yeah,
and plus
but look at how she's latting with her
Katrin's
feet,
supposed
like,
to have an engine. Like this is an engine move. Katrin should be destroying that.
and she's landing like with a wider stance. Katrin was landing with like a very
Narrow.
like narrow and like not. Is Mal going next? I can't like on the left. Do you see that? I think
Might
it's
be,
Mal.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, it is Mel. See how she's
Katrin's
Mal.
just old and washed up, I guess, but her hips and knees probably hurt because you never once in her life engaged her glutes.
Exactly. Or her lats. Or her core is
Yeah, that's the part.
okay, so now they're doing overhead lunge. This is my favorite. Because this is very much core.
Mm-hmm.
They look pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and Katrin's going for the overhead, which is my favorite because she's gonna be so bowed.
Hmm.
Is that a 35?
Um.
Oh, there she is in the back.
Oy.
Just pull your core in, please. I just feel like her back is to be like hurting.
I know. Like a bow and arrow.
Yes, like yeah, absolutely.
I hate to say it, but if Katrin ever has kids, that's going to be a problem for her.
Oh, 1,000%.
Could possibly. I would never wish that on anybody. I don't want to put it out there, but that's the type of like lack of connection that I feel
Look at
like.
Annie. She looks very upright. I like that. But you're right. It is.
I
That's
feel like
huge.
Annie kind of loses her low core.
Oh, there she goes. Yeah, she did. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
Oh,
gone. Bye.
must be an Iceland thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. What? Okay. I mean, for like our viewers watching, what we're talking about is like, see how these girls look like pretty upright, up and down, right? Like in their lunge. And when you bow through your midline forward and take a lot of the weight into your lower back, it might feel easier in a sense because you're like taking the load off of where it's supposed to be. So it feels a little bit easier, I guess.
She looks like a little baby deer right now.
Yeah.
You're like
But
moving
you are not setting yourself up for success because oh, bench press. Man, let's see how many people are going to use their legs in this bench press. Very muted legs. Mm,
those look heavier than 35s, but maybe not. I don't know.
maybe they're 50s. Can't see it. They might be 50s. I, I don't imagine them using like 40s. Anyway, back to the core thing. So like it might feel easier because you're taking the load off of the places that it should be, like your core and your lats and your legs and your glutes. But in reality, you're setting yourself up for failure because that core could only hold so much. And so when you bow through that core and take it into your lower back, it is that what's her name? Was that she retired? She was out of Vegas. She
Um,
got third.
Carrie Pierce? No way.
Yeah.
Was it? I didn't see. I don't
Right
think
here.
so.
You see her on the right side in
Maybe.
the pink top and teal shorts.
It could be. I didn't remember her having a tattoo. I thought this girl had a tattoo, but I don't know.
Those are probably 50s. Um, I know she said at the Rogue, oh, it is
Oh
her,
yeah, good call, dude.
the Rogue Invitational. She said that she was going to compete in teams. No rep.
No rep.
No rep.
To get it together, you two.
What is going
Now
on
I
here?
guess Katrin's out and it's gonna be Mal and Annie on the wall balls.
Annie, yeah. What is going on here though? What's taking them so long? This is kind
Very
of a fun
curious.
event. They never have bench press like that.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh, no rep. Oh, they counted it. No rep. Oh, I guess they just gave them some reps. Meanwhile, their
That
judge
shit's
on
not
the
fair. Yeah.
other side was not exactly. Also, I hate when people jump with their wall ball.
So you hate Mal O'Brien right now?
I liked her butt, but
Me
it's like
too.
root those heels down and use your legs and that power from your legs and like drive it up.
Those
You
do
do
look
a
like heavy balls though. Yeah, I wonder what they weigh.
but you do a push press heavier than that.
I'm not mad
Push
at
your
her. I'm not mad at her jumping. I feel like she's coming through full extension. She's jumping through her heels and landing in her
look at
heels.
Horvath though. Look at Horvath.
Yeah, but Horvath has some height on Mal.
Yeah, no, I bet you I could keep my heels. I'm not jumping through my feet.
She does look
If
like she's like
that is you're using so much
lifting.
more energy. Use your
Yeah.
muscles that you are meant to be used. Look
Horvath
at
does
Horvath.
no, well, Horvath definitely looks better. She's a very efficient mover and she's just so much bigger than like a lot of these girls. Like
Yeah,
like she's even bigger than Annie, and Annie's one of the tallest.
same sis. I'm just kidding. I'm all 5'3".
Her
But like it she's
partner's
just
kind of
moving.
tall too.
That jumping doesn't do you any favors. That is not.
But see, like how Horvath's like her heels come off a little bit, like I vibe.
Yeah,
I vibe.
but not that. Yes, but a full on ass jump. Look at the
She's
girl
gonna
right here
hit
in
the ground, yeah.
blue.
But we have to Mal O'Brien, she was like 4'11".
No, she's like five
Tiny.
three. She's like my height. I could do
Is
it.
she?
I think so. I don't know for sure, but I feel like she's my height. I mean, I look exactly like her. Come on. We're like
These girls do look
doppelgangers.
insane.
They're fucking jacked. How many of them do you think are using roids?
A lot.
See, Brooke Wells isn't coming up too much.
Mm-mm.
On the toes, yeah.
Is that what's her name? Amanda Barnhart too? And look
Yeah.
at these shorties leaving the ground.
Yep. Handsome
Oh,
walk.
okay.
Dang, she flew
I could do that.
after all those wall balls. Fuck. I don't
Heavy
know if I
balls.
can. Yeah. Like a Horvath, just a freaking beast.
All these girls are beasts. They're all freaking yoked.
It's like just so crazy how it's evolved to
Mhm.
like this. I'm not surprised, but also like it's just evolved. It's
I
crazy
know.
now. I do like Mal. She's a little guy.
Mhm.
All these people are just so good at handstand walking. There goes Horvath again.
And Annie's like real up and down.
Was it Annie that like messed up? Remember that one games? You had to like
Um,
was it her that messed up?
oh man, I'm trying to remember.
You had to like go
Yeah,
unbroken and she like threw herself like across. I mean, no shade. I would have done the same thing.
yeah,
Like I'm not trying to handstand walk 100 feet again, like unbroken,
yeah.
but also like
Looks like Katrin's about to do some shit. Or is it over?
she's done. They're done.
Hmm.
Who's that? What does sprint mean?
I guess that the very last one is the sprint handstand walk because it's just there, not there and back.
Oh,
So
is
who's the
that
All
it?
American girls? Is
I
that
think that
Carrie
was like
Pierce?
Carrie Pierce. Yeah. And then we have the boys. Okay. Well, what are your thoughts? Let's hear it.
Honestly, my thoughts are kind of that like a little, I don't know. I'm impressed. I mean, everybody looks pretty good. I got nothing to say to that. I mean,
Yeah.
everything. I mean, I'm impressed with these athletes at this moment. I could be doing none of that, and they all look very, very strong. And for the most part, like I'm not horrified too much by what I'm seeing. Kind of a nice change. I mean, like obviously there's like those little picking apart things, but
Yeah.
yeah, obviously, like we already said,
But everybody's moving so pretty
forceps.
well. Like
I mean, nobody even fell.
I know.
Like you were saying, it's evolved. It's come a long way.
Yeah. I mean, like, I just think back to like the ranch, right? Like
Yeah. I mean,
CrossFit at
imagine
the
giving this
ranch.
workout to them there at the ranch, that first CrossFit Games. This isn't even the games. This is just like some one-off competition now. So
Yeah.
it's so
And
cool. I mean, this looks like everybody there is having fun. If I had interest in this type of thing, like I feel like this would be the event. Like this would be like a fun, like
yeah,
Wodapalooza looks like a good fucking time for people who are into this.
I agree. Um, that I like, I just am like so blown away at like these girls are just their bodies are
I
just
know.
so jacked.
Yeah. It's really intense.
It is. Like I used to look at CrossFit like back in the day and be like, okay, this could I could get there. And
Yeah.
now I look at it and I'm like, what do I gotta take to get there? Like, I'm
Yeah.
not saying I'm going to take anything, but I'm saying like, what would it take?
What would I have to take if I were
Yeah.
doing
So if somebody like, if
it?
hypothetically speaking, you just slide in my DM and we'll talk. But like, but you know what I mean? Like I look at them and I'm
Mhm.
like, like, is that natural? Like, is that not natural?
I
Like,
know it's tough to say.
who's lying? Who's lying here?
We gotta check out some, oh God, see that, and then you look at that one on the left and it's like, look at her neck. That doesn't even look
Yeah.
like a feminine neck anymore. Like that she could be trans. That's like Leah Thomas right there. Damn, that was mean. We're about to get canceled. I don't mean to be mean. That girl's impressive. I'm just saying. I would be shocked
Yeah.
if there was no steroids involved and that was just her neck and her jaw.
So I just would love to know, like, so can somebody come out and be honest? Like, somebody,
Yeah.
anybody, come out and just be honest and be like, yeah, I did a cycle, and like, this is the reasons why, and this is why I, do anything to win, and I would respect it. I would be like, all right, like, you would do
That one
anything to
right
win,
there looks
cool.
kind of natty, but I think that's like a judge.
Wait, which one? This girl right here in the
Yeah.
white?
Yeah.
Um, I don't think it's a judge because the judges are wearing like black,
Oh, okay. I mean, she's like with the
but
press.
she's part of the camera crew actually.
Hang on, oh man,
Oh,
can you like hit the back like 10 seconds, like rewind like just a second or
a
that?
second.
You could
Right
watch
here?
Katrin put the
Oh,
dumbbell down on the ground and you can see her core just coning. Yeah,
let me
perfect. Just watch
watch.
Katrin
Okay,
put
hold
that
on.
dumbbell down. It's like
Paused it.
yeah, her whole core is just pushing out that whole time.
Um, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, I mean, I
She looks like a
wonder
buff baby.
how, how much weight is that? I want to see it. It's a 50, I think.
We need the lights. Yeah, I think it's
I
a
think it's
50.
50, which is like 35 is what they used to use. Remember?
Yeah.
Like back in the days,
Mhm.
35. Um,
And the
now what
boys
are they
was
doing?
50.
Oh, they got more coming up. Okay, let's see. Something with the bike. Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on. I went too far.
Okay.
Handstand walk. We already saw that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lunge. Here. 33 synchro dumbbell snatch, calorie bike, synchro lateral burpees over dumbbell,
Hmm.
50 pounds.
What does that cow bike waterfall mean?
I don't know. Maybe they all have to do it. Like one
Okay.
person
Yeah.
goes 15, the next person goes 15, the next person. Um, I guess I could
Probably.
turn on closed captioning and we could see what she's saying.
Damn,
Whoa.
that's just like us at the Brandon.
This little person in the front right here. Oh, it's gone now.
Oh, they don't have to alternate. Okay. So they're just repping it out.
Okay. Okay.
That's the upper body crew right there. Oh, I guess
Yeah.
that is an athlete, that member of the
Oh,
crew.
yeah. Member of the press. Laura Horvath.
I don't know those other two girls.
I don't either. And they're probably from her like
To
country.
be honest, I'm not loving these snatches from any of them. I'm just gonna be honest and say that.
Um,
They all looked a little rounded to me there. They all look a little not haunchy enough.
I don't like Annie's right now. I cannot. And Katrin's, but
I
it's
know their
fine.
extension at the top makes me cringe.
But these guys are almost doing it like a strict.
They're almost doing it like Romanian without bending their knees at all.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Okay,
so
let's see
it's
the bike.
15. Uh, this is so when you do the assault bike, do you like really like get into it like that?
I don't do the assault bike. But actually, I try not to. Like, I try to eliminate any movement that's not in the direction that I want to be pushing the handles. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, why am I gonna exert more energy and not be and be like less efficient when
Looks like she's at a Cannibal Corpse concert.
cue the music now. Let's see how she does it. Dude, 15 calories all out though. Like, how fast do you think they're getting it in?
40 seconds, maybe.
I was doing 10 and like 30 consistently the other day. But see, like that's like too much movement. Like, chill out.
Yeah. There was a girl, and I don't know who it was, but she looked kind of calm. She was like a little bit more controlled.
Remember when a certain someone hit their nose with the bike?
No,
You don't remember this?
no.
Oh my gosh. Like freaking scar on the nose, like
What?
blood. It
What?
happened in
Are
the
you sure I was
afternoon.
there?
Yeah. Yeah, you were there. It was right when we first got it. First got it. When we first got your bike.
What? I don't remember this.
Yeah, because they would do that, like, and then freaking the handle went right into
Dude,
his
shut
nose.
up. Why don't I remember that?
I can't believe you don't remember it because it was good. That was good. Yeah. Now they have to do burpees over the dumbbell. Whoa,
True.
a crisscross applesauce
Yeah. Wow.
burpee.
They're like to the left, to the left. Slide to the
One
right.
hop to this time. Two
2
hops
hops
this
this time.
time.
Look at Annie doing like
Reverse,
one.
reverse.
That's a no rep for Annie. That can't possibly be
I don't
kosher.
understand.
There's no fucking
Nobody
way.
nobody else is doing it.
She's taking
Whoa.
off with 1 foot. That can't be allowed. They wouldn't even allow that in the open, bro. What's the chat saying?
I don't know. These camera people suck. I almost didn't even show the team that won the event. I thought the girls came in before daughter. No hate to Annie or Katrin.
Oh,
No
those
hate.
reps do not look good to me. I don't know why Annie's jumping like that, but
Everyone thought
anybody else
this
seeing
daughter's
it?
team was gonna win because of Mal. Horvath is winning the games this year. Our queen Horvath will stand on top of the podium.
Ooh.
When Horvath learns handstand push-ups, get back to me. Mel is not our next champion. Wow, people are rude. I really like Mel, but I can't stand Katrin. Laura Horvath is also absolutely awesome. Well, saying all the things I am thinking.
Hmm. I actually
Oh,
feel like it's a little bit sad, like for Annie and Katrin, they probably feel kind of washed up.
you think so?
Oh, I would.
I would too. I would be like, yeah, I'm good after this.
Or just like, I mean, not that they're washed up. I mean, just that like they're used to being on the very top. Like, I don't know. I
Yeah,
guess
but
they weren't.
they're
They
used to
just
being on
got
the very
first, but I feel like those are no reps. Like the way Annie was jumping can't possibly have been allowed.
yeah. And also um they've been used to getting on top with really poor form.
Yeah.
Really poor form. Ugh, this is a brutal one. How many is it?
30,
Burpees?
wasn't it like 33 burpees or something?
Yeah, 33. Okay. Well, after seeing that event, now what are your thoughts?
The same.
Okay.
I also feel like I was being a little rough when I said they were washed up. I mean, they just did all that and they finished first, but they didn't look that good. That's my thoughts.
Um, I have to agree. I don't feel like they were like
They looked old to
um,
me, like compared to the rest of the field doing that. Like they looked old and like
well,
chuggy.
like if you think of like any athlete, right? Like in any sport or anything, you're going to be like, what is, well, a good athlete will be like, what is the best way to do this, the most efficient way, and how am I going to be most successful? And I feel like they won't take a step back because they've been the best at doing it
Yeah.
their way. When
Yeah.
it's like, okay, but now you have these younger people coming in. And so, yes, at one point that was your very best, but these younger people are you learning from your mistakes and learning what's going to carry them longer down the road instead of just in that moment.
Yeah.
Um, like you could only do so many bad deadlifts before the deadlift is going to get you. You
Right.
could only do so many bad movements where your core is totally blown out through the front before your back's going to hurt. Like,
Right.
and I think that's like what it's coming down to is like they are continuing to perform without making improvements
Uh-huh.
in that way,
Yeah.
like breaking down their weaknesses. Um, I do love Annie though. I always love her. She's a mom, so I feel for her. But
Yeah.
also, like you have to take a step back. Like you always, even as an athlete, like you have to take a step back and like get like do you want to be better? Like, what are your weaknesses? Like, take a step back, fix those, and then you'll move forward so much more and
Mhm.
better than um, continuing to do the same thing.
Right.
And
100%.
that's my thoughts on that.
Look, that girl went early. Got her whole team DQ'd. Well, I don't know about
I
DQ'd.
think that's Brooke Wells's team.
Yeah, it looks like her.
That's probably what they're talking about because they replayed that. Brooke cheated, is what the comment says. Oh, wow, that fucking sucks. So what did they do? Just add time to it?
Probably.
Also, that girl Annie's reps, what the fuck was that? How are those allowed?
Yep. Yep. Chat don't lie.
Well, that's that. So that is my thoughts on Wodapalooza. I do just think it's like evolved so much and like
Yeah. And I
this
was
whole
talking,
like
we were saying it was like, I feel like that is like a Coachella for people who love CrossFit. It's just like just a
mhm,
fun ass time with like people doing stuff that you're all into.
yeah. And dude, like how kind of intimidating though to be around all this like buff rip people. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna evaluate my like diet plan. Like
Well, as long as your diet or does include the
yeah,
intake of steroids,
I know.
I'm
I
pretty sure
would love
they're all doing a little something, something.
it's just that is so sad to me.
Don't you think? I mean, at least a lot of them, some of them for sure. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't get
Um
it.
I don't think that most of them are natural anymore. I watched that YouTube that you
Yeah.
sent
Yeah.
me and I was like, um I do still think Haley Adams is pretty natural.
I haven't seen much of her lately.
Me either. I wonder if she got hurt. I would hope not, but
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. But she's like the smallest one out of all of them.
Yeah,
And
she
I
is.
don't think she's doing anything, so I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a good
Mm,
time. Wodapalooza 2023. All right. Good work, everybody.
mm.
Congratulations to whoever won. Was it Horvath?
I I think I don't know. I don't want to say any
Well,
misleading information.
oh yeah, we'll look that up. Now we don't have to avoid spoilers.
Wodapalooza. Let's see. Leaderboard. Um RX team. Wait, it would be elite, right?
I think so.
Elite woman team, female. Uh oh, there was a tie.
Oh
Team
yeah,
BPN, which I think is Horvath,
I think so.
and then uh the daughters.
Oh my God, yeah. Mo actually did tell me this now that I remember, and it was like a tiebreaker that got the Horvath one.
Yeah, they won, but there was the point wise there was a tie.
Oh my
But
gosh.
Horvath Horvath won.
Yay. Good job,
But
everybody.
yeah,
And everybody else
yeah,
who won.
yeah. And that is all we have. Next one, we have some really good juicy gossip for you.
Yeah, hella juicy on the next episode. So don't miss it. But until then, you're not hungry. You're
You're
bored.
bored. Close the fridge.